Yeah, we are.
There's science to be done too.
Mystery tour.
Yeah.
Make a neat gun.
And I don't. I've become the pit bull of the group. Need someone killed? 6 odd on him.
Pretty much.
We should be good to go. I reckon it'll be alright. The recording at least will get as soon as I hit, go, so let's carry on.
Oh, okay. So, what were you doing?
The tailors.
Tailors. Okay. Yes, you go to the tailors. And you see a man probably in about his 30s or so.
Okay.
He says, "How can I help you?" Being slightly worried that 4 armed people have just walked... 4 armed people? No, 3 armed people. 3 armed people have just walked into his shop.
And there was a bit of a commotion next door as well.
Yeah. And you just saw people running past.
People running screaming from the inn and everything.
Who did you think should do the talking here?
Not Variax.
That's what I was thinking.
My good man, I was just wondering if...
Silence, man. We'll go talk.
Go on then.
Alright.
But my bit.
So, we were wondering if you could tell us what happened about a month back when the Magistrate was killed out in front of your shop.
Unfortunately, I wasn't here at the time. It was late at night, and I had shut down my shop about 20 minutes before. But I can still help you as much as possible, though I'm not sure how helpful I can be.
Can you pull up your sleeve?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay. Do you think out of character here? Do you think I should cast the thing to see if he's lying? Variax, anybody?
Yeah. It's sort of like a mental spell, so you can cast it. I mean, you might.
I know. I'm asking if you think I should, though.
Sorry. I thought you was like, would he notice? But he wouldn't, basically.
Yeah.
But definitely. Well, I mean, it might have helped in the end. But yeah.
I will try. I was going to do detect deception, but I think I'd kind of rather do read thought.
Okay, you're doing that one.
Difficulty 16.
It would be more. Yeah, it's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll just do the detect deception. It'd be easier. So that will be. Where is it? There we go. Willpower and extroverted. Okay. Too many windows open. Okay.
Yeah, you should see my desktop.
What did you get? 21. That's a success, isn't it?
Yeah. So is he lying?
Spell or the read mind one?
It's the one to see if he was lying.
Detect deception. Yeah, he wasn't lying. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all we really wanted. Yeah. Oh, do you make uniforms for any of the businesses around here?
I haven't made uniforms. No, most of my work tends to be making clothes and things. So I have nothing against making uniforms or anything. It's just that's not the work I generally get.
So you don't make black cloaks for people or anything like that?
So subtle.
I haven't been making any black clothes recently, no.
Okay. Well, it was worth asking. Okay, that's that. What about masks? Do you make masks?
No, I haven't made any masks.
Are you part of a murder cult?
Can I see your arms, please?
Why don't you just come out and say it?
The important thing to know, in the places you've been so far, you've never introduced yourselves as magistrates. So they've just had people coming in and asking just random questions.
We're new to this whole magistrate thing.
Okay. Should I see if he was deceiving us again or not? Or, I mean, would that carry over?
For what's
No, well, it lasts a little while, so...
No, he's still not lying. He hasn't lied to you yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's all we have to ask.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. You've been very helpful, sir. Thank you.
Do you even breathe?
Yes! I can.
I guess we'll go back to the other two that are watching the inn.
No one really went in or out of it. It's probably
I
about.
saw a squirrel.
Oh,
It's probably getting about 4 o'clock now as well. By the way.
did you kill the squirrel?
What buildings are?
Oh.
I thought you killed things. I thought
What-
that
what,
was the...
sorry?
Well, I'm just thinking because the tailor has nothing. We know he has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So, to the group, do you think it might be prudent to perhaps pay the jailer to possibly use his store tonight as part of our stakeout, so we could stay there out of sight, and then if somebody would go to the inn at night when they shouldn't be going to an inn that is closed, we would see them from next door.
Yes. Let's do that. Fine. Shut up.
Was the tailor you're saying this to?
No, no. I'm
exactly,
saying it to
yeah.
the group outside that maybe we should bribe the tailor to let us stay in his store for the night. I don't know how he'd see that, but it's just something to ask because
I don't think
he
we
doesn't
should
have anything.
bribe. I think we should at first go in, flash in our cool badge of office or
Well,
whatever,
that could-
and ask him to do it, and then if we have to, maybe grease the palms a little bit.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like most of the time, if a police went to your house and said, "I'm sorry, we need this for a steakhouse," most people would be like, "Yeah, okay, need some coffee?"
Okay.
Could be more demanding about it too.
And
Actually-
I'm sorry, but chat, there are alignments in this game. I am chaotic awesome, so
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a better idea. Yeah.
Claude is neutral boring.
Yeah. We can say that we.
We're gonna go back to the tailor
What?
and tell him who we are.
Okay, you go.
Damn it, I thought you were still getting a drink.
And then he's like, "Oh, that's what all this was about."
I literally just came back to Claude is neutral boring.
They were talking about how there were no alignments in the game. I was like, "Excuse me, I'm a chaotic awesome, and Claude is neutral boring."
Oh. I did not even get the first part.
So we want to ask him if we can stay in his shop tonight.
Yeah. Commandeer
Yes.
his shop.
He says, "Yes, of course you can. Why wouldn't I let you stay here?" But I unfortunately won't be here for the rest of the night. So
Good.
yeah.
What good would a tailor do with
He gives you like a spare key or something, I don't know, just asking that you could lock it up when you leave.
Thank you very much, sir. You should take good care of your
So,
Establishment.
and the products therein.
Do
still
you have any halfling dresses? Claude needs a new wardrobe, honestly.
I could make it especially for you.
You could, huh?
Yes, of course. Claude. That's what I'm trying to...
Freudian slip. So I guess we'll just stay here until it gets nightfall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because the worst case scenario, no one shows up. We can take shifts sleeping, and next morning go to the fire station thing.
I assume there is a window or something we can look at it. We don't have to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
a hole in his wall or anything. To little eye holes.
Okay. Throughout the night, I'll just skip through let's skip the role playing for this part 'cause you don't really need to. A few people might go in the night, but if you go out and ask them the questions, and then even cast the truth spell on them, they pretty much just that they literally were going in to get a drink and then were surprised when nobody was in there.
Okay.
Whose bright idea was it?
Well, they might only go there once a week, or
Right.
who knows.
So either our options are to stake out for the next month, like a real cop,
Right.
or not,
Yeah.
and say
Okay.
this is too slow. We're gonna training day this.
I guess we'll go to the fireplace. What was their name? Phoenix.
The Phoenix
or
Squad
Phoenix
or something?
Hunters.
Yeah.
Phoenix
Yep.
Hunters.
That is number. Oh no, you're at the.
9.
Oh yeah, that is Phoenix Hunters.
Yep. We're up there.
Okay.
I can't draw red circles anymore. It makes me sad. Up there.
When you go there,
Yeah.
you see it's probably about 3 stories tall or so.
Okay.
It looks fairly well built and things.
Okay.
Are you going to do anything?
Knock on the door, I guess.
You knock on the door. You're answered by one of the firemen. It's just like, yes.
We're with the magistrate's office. Well, we are the that's us.
So professional.
What he said.
Let Variax do the talking.
I can. I don't want to do it all the time, and you know, because he can easily just take command of situations like that, and you know, so I purposefully stay quiet for someone else to say something first. It's quite easy for me to go on a tirade, but I can do it.
Go ahead with this guy. I don't really care.
Good morning, sir. We are here investigating the murder that happened down this very street a month ago. A cart was set ablaze and 2 people were slain by an armed mob. Now, I understand that it is your jurisdiction in this area to put out any and all fires that may happen, and that did not occur, and we are here to investigate precisely why that did not happen, why you did not investigate the scene, to, if anything, gain us some business from this occurrence.
Yes.
I also love how this plays out. Like, Kyosho knocks on the door, guy opens it, yes, and Kyosho just kind of steps aside and points to Variax, and Variax.
It's like sending the hounds, and then comes Variax.
I'll go get the leader.
Thank you very much.
I will relay the same information to him.
Okay, while he's getting the leader, we're gonna sit V down. We're gonna fan him out. You did good that round. Man.
I'll get his one shoulder.
Okay, yeah, the leader comes out.
Hi.
Do you want me to do it again?
He doesn't, interesting point.
Say the same thing.
He has no nose.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Okay, so mine was more of like a hi you.
Is it like that he just like has no holes where his nose would be,
No,
and
his
has...
nose has been cut off.
Okay.
Yipes.
So he still has the holes there, just not the nose part.
He looks like a skeleton.
Yes.
Ooh.
Felix is not sure whether he should cast Turn Undead on him or not.
Hi. We're with the magistrate's office. We're investigating the murder that happened down the road a little while ago. The former magistrate burning in his
Yes.
Carriage.
That was actually my shift there at the time, but I wasn't able to be there.
Why?
Because my mother was unfortunately ill at the time.
So, wait, I'm confused. Why wasn't anyone else? This is a company with more than you
Yes,
and your
of
mother.
course,
Yes.
but then, I mean, it's like one shift doesn't go on. It normally isn't much of a thing.
I'm confused. What?
If one shift doesn't happen, not much generally happens. It's like, yeah, not many fires go off.
I'm gonna cast that spell again.
Yeah, like we're supposed to believe this. This is bullshit.
Well, we already know he's kind of lying, so we gotta. Let's just. I don't know. Maybe I should do read thought or.
Yeah, I already think he is. You know what? Unleash the Hound, Variax. Let's go with that one first, because that's a free action.
Yeah.
My colleagues and I just find it strange how, because you were not here, no fires in the entire district would have been put out because you were not on duty, because your poor mother was ill. And by the way, I do hope that she has made a full recovery and is absolutely fine and dandy right now. But apart from that aside, there is no way to run a business, and I am shocked and appalled that a carriage was able to burn down the street, killing one person, 1.5 people really, because someone was half alive when they got out and then they got killed on the street by a mob. But even so, you could have at least been there to possibly put down the carriage, which would have been a fire hazard, which could have spread to the very nice tailors next door, or even the seedy inn, which wouldn't have been much of a bad thing. But no, you just sat here and nothing happened, and it's an absolute disgrace, and I demand that something be done about it, and it changes immediately.
I love the way.
I snorted a little bit.
I love the way that you said that a burning carriage is a fire hazard. I thought,
I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I just go.
I just look like we keep trying, and then every time it just fails, we're just like, oh, all right, Vigo.
He repeats the same. Well, pretty much. No, what it was is that all the other shifts went on as fine, and I mean, there's loads of shifts going on. I mean, they literally like that. Most of it goes up to like this part of the city, and then all the way around the rest of the merchants' quarter there. And all the other ones was fine. It just happened to be at that place at that time.
How many people are on a shift?
In that shift, there was probably about I don't know, probably about 20 people going on at the time, but not in that area because that was the area he was given.
Okay, I want to ask, what was the nature of your mother's illness?
It was similar to. It seemed to be food poisoning of some sort.
Did you look in to see if that was intentional?
Well, she didn't buy the fish that she had from the normal merchant that she does. It was a very nice man, apparently. Well, this is what she says. Who had a bit of a limp, though, apparently. Who sold her these... had a bit of a limp and a beard, who sold her these 2 fish.
So, a strange man with a limp sells your mom a fish that gives her food poisoning on the very night that there happens to be a carriage that's set on fire and people murdered in your area, and this didn't strike you as odd?
No one came to ask. And it's not my job to go looking into this stuff.
So you just don't care that the magistrate was murdered?
I had no time for that, Magistrate. I can tell you that now.
Oh, you're a swell fella, aren't you? Alright, so you said a man with a limp and a beard sold... You know what? Is it possible we could talk to your mom?
Of course, yeah.
Is she
his
here
house,
or somewhere else?
His house is probably about, like, 10-minute walk from there. I'll say it's at the end of that road, so it's this one here.
Is he going with us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Sweet bananas.
Interesting
Can't wait
twist.
to meet your mom. I'm
Still trying to recover from that tirade very executed. Carriage is a fire hazard.
It was.
On the way there, the
People
guy
worried
asked,
about her illness. Come on, Zod. Come on.
on the way there, he kind of leans over to, let's say, Zhao, actually of all people, and then says, "Does that man there even breathe?"
He shakes his head and looks really sad.
That poor man.
And he writes, undead, doesn't matter.
He looks a bit shocked and confused.
Just kidding.
Okay, so you get to the house. It's a nice house. It's not, like, particularly amazing, but it's a decent house. It's better than the kind of average one that you would see around here. And he lets you in. And then goes, gets his mother and says what's going on, then calls her out and brings her to you. And says, how could I help you?
I think I would first be concerned of... I heard that you were feeling ill a month ago. Are you feeling better now?
I felt better after a couple of days.
No bad effects now? You're 100%?
Yes, I do appear to be.
Okay.
You can't do your doctor stuff.
We were investigating the murder of the original or the former magistrate, and we were just wondering. Your son here tells us that you actually got your fish from a different place from another man. I was wondering if you could tell me more about him.
Yes, I went to I was heading towards a normal merchant who's on the waterfront here. So near them, really, of the merchants district, and to buy the fish as I normally do. But nearby, probably not that far away from it, this man came out and said, asked me, if I was planning to actually buy some fish, since the trader is fairly well known. And she then said that she was.
Would you say that you go to this place to buy fish on a regular basis?
Maybe once a week or so, yes.
Is it the same day every week?
It tends to be, yeah.
Okay. And what day was this?
I don't know. Thursday.
Okay.
But it was the day that the guy burned.
Yeah.
So it was the guy you hadn't met before, and he was just selling fish, and I guess what he gave it to you at a good deal? Or?
Yes, it was a better price. He said that he was actually just a hobbyist who got into fishing, but caught more fish than he wanted, and was wondering if he could make some money from it.
Can you describe this guy for us?
He was very nice, man. He was about average height, a beard, dark hair, and had a limp with his left leg.
Was there anything particular you can remember about his clothing?
Just average clothing, really. More work clothes, though, rather than the stuff you'd expect a normal salesman to be wearing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, man. Anyone else have any questions?
Don't start Variax.
Okay.
No, Varix, do you have any actual questions, not just reiterating ours? Because I'm sure he thinks ours could have been articulated better.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Then I suggest
God,
we
it said 6
go
words. It's a record.
explore this fish hobbyist.
I haven't seen him since. I have no idea where he could be.
Well, I know, but we got to start where he
Okay.
sold you the fish.
They take you. Both of them go and take you to where the fish was. Where the shop she normally uses is probably about here, but she picked up this fish about here.
All right. Anything there?
No,
that would
it's
help
just a
us?
average street. Maybe a few shops around, but nothing in particular.
Was the guy who sold you the fish wearing long sleeves? Do you remember
I don't remember, unfortunately. No.
that?
Did he have a tattoo?
I don't think so. No.
How are his nipples?
Oh, they were marvelous.
Well, we could go to the actual fish market and see if he bought the fish there.
Or at least ask around and see if this is a guy that comes on a regular basis or something.
Right.
No.
Do you have to hire a spot to sell things in that market that you bought the fish from?
No. It wasn't even
What's
a market.
the
It was literally just
usual
one person
price
who
of
sold
fish?
This time of year, do you get bass or cod mostly? Honestly, guys, I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah.
I kind of hit a dead end here.
Let's go to the actual fish market and see if they recognize someone of that description.
That makes sense.
Okay. You go there.
Follow the clues.
My sword's not on fire or anything, is it? That's usually a good...
It's not on fire.
I mean, we could usually use that to follow us right to the...
It's like a flaming compass needle. It's brilliant.
Right?
Okay, so we want to ask him and tell him the description of
I think it's
that you
Piff's
just gave
turn.
us.
You what? Sorry.
I think it's Piff's turn to talk
Yeah.
to someone. Go get him, Piffer.
Greetings.
Hello. Are you interested in buying a fish? Again, he looks slightly concerned that 5 people armed have walked in.
Again.
What do you have? Start rubbing my hands.
He goes through maybe a few fish. He'll say, like,
Slap claw in the back of the head. No!
Alright. Do you usually have a lot of let's just say other boats or fishermen who usually goes out, just say at general time that you go out and fish?
I'm not the one who fishes. The one who fishes is works for me though.
Oh, do you? Where would he be at the moment?
He's in harbour right now, and the actual shop like backs onto the ocean.
Oh,
And there's like a little harbour thing.
have you seen any let's say unregular fishermen around here? Someone who doesn't usually do this business?
Fishy business.
No, I'm in this part of town. I'm really the only fisherman I know of.
There's not usually any competition.
Not normally. No.
Okay, so about a month ago, sorry, I'm going to do a little bit of talking here. About a month ago, you heard about the magistrate's murder, yes?
Yes.
Okay, on that day, did you have any in particular customers? Maybe a guy with a beard and a limp?
No, that's oddly specific, though. Why are you asking these questions? Who are you?
Where with the magistrate's office?
I handed my card.
Brilliant! My cards.
Okay, he just kind of nods and says, that makes sense. Welcome to the city, by the way.
Thank you. Can we go talk to your fisherman?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so let's go do that.
Okay. Hello, how can I help you?
Who wants to talk?
I do.
You get at the right really fast.
You know what? Maybe we should. We've been taking turns.
Go for it.
It looks a bit frightened, like,
I agree.
A bunch of armed guys walk up and
Like,
the
pulls off his sleeves.
Like, and everyone just silence.
We're all just like intimidately staring at this guy with one guy
Look,
just
we didn't
scribbling
know,
on
we
a
just don't want to
chalkboard.
feel like he's left out of the group. He's
No,
just as good as the rest of us.
He's feeling fine.
The pure joy in Sal's voice. I had in my heart. All right. I guess I can ask him. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you today?
What'd you say?
How are you today?
I'm okay.
We are
Though
with.
slightly concerned that 5 armed people have just walked up to my boat and me.
Oh, don't worry.
I pull out my slingshot and just like nod at him with wide eyes.
I'm not armed. Ah.
So, we're with the magistrate's office. We're actually investigating the murder of the former magistrate. I'm sure you heard of it.
Oh, yes. Yep.
I have a simple question for you. We've heard reports of a man with a dark beard and a limp, and we've actually been kind of looking for him, and we've heard that he may be a fisherman as a hobbyist. You go out there a lot. Have you ever seen anyone matching that description?
There's a lot of boats going around because I mean this is the port and it goes to a lot of the people come in and out from a lot of parts of the world.
Yes, but specifically a man with a dark beard and a limp.
Most of the time
In
I don't
this
get
area.
most of the time I don't get a chance to actually see who's fishing. I just see the boats.
I see.
Have you've never interacted with someone with that description?
No, not that I can remember.
Okay. Well, that's a dead end, guys.
Hmm.
I guess we could always just look around the harbor and see if anybody either matches the description or find somebody who might have actually known the
Well,
description.
where she met that guy, he said there were a couple shops around there. We could ask them, but like if they saw him or talked to him, or I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a dead end, though.
Yeah.
Felix is going to write up Watcher and recruiting slaves.
And recruiting. Hold on. How many words?
He will elaborate, saying there could be our
2 syllables. All right.
Sounds like.
So you want us to get a homeless network?
But they're not homeless, are they?
Details.
You're saying that if this guy was a fisherman's slave, then Watcher probably might be a good person to ask because he is sort of the head of the slaves in the city, and you know he would know a lot of people.
All right.
By the time we've got to this point, it's probably like 6 or 7 o'clock though.
So
Yeah.
we could do that tomorrow, as in tomorrow
Next
session. Yeah.
on Power Rangers.
Do you want to say we go back to the inn again, or are we going back to our house?
Well, we only had the tailor
inn,
shop for the one
yeah.
time, didn't we?
Let's go back to the house.
Well, I'm going to stop there and give him his key back. We
Okay.
never did that,
Right.
did we? Or maybe
When
we
you get
waited
back-
until he came. I don't know how he went.
is
Yeah.
it possible to stop by somewhere and get some business cards?
We
I'm
could
sure there'll
sleep-
be some place along the way.
We could sleep in the tavern to make sure that no one comes during the night and take shifts.
I think the people in your house might be slightly worried you haven't come back in the day.
Or we can just drop by there and say that we will be spending
Well, we don't. We can split up. Yeah. Just saying.
Don't you know?
Sorry, I know.
Zoink sod. Sure is spooky in this tavern.
If we stay in the tavern, I'm gonna sleep in the basement with all the nasty stuff.
Character's a bit weird, isn't he?
Yup.
Little bit on the
Starts
outside.
rolling,
Yeah.
Just for the night.
Wait, which basement? Sorry, what?
At the
I
tavern.
don't know. Have we even decided what we're doing? Where
No.
we're staying?
We're discussing.
I mean, isn't there a body in the tavern? Wouldn't somebody come and sort of clean that up and to be some sort of,
That is true. There is still that
you know.
body just in the tavern.
yeah, some sort of procedure for this sort of thing?
Well, didn't you burn the strat in the end? I can't remember. Or you
I
were
don't
going
think
to?
we did. I don't know.
No, we didn't because we
No.
didn't want to set the town on fire.
No, I think. Well, I think it was part
You
of.
could drag it out to the street and do it. And
well-
you could put the body on that.
My thinking was that if we leave it there, you know, that's worth something to the Slythe cult who might come back for it. Sort
That's
of
why I
thing.
think we should stick around.
Because they've got a reason for coming back, haven't they? You know, I mean, all right, it might be small change to them, but we don't know. You know, that could be their major place where they deal in it, or it could just be one of 10 they've got in the city, but we don't know. So,
Right,
know.
but
Coming
we know
during the
they're
day
into,
doesn't make much sense for them.
we know they're into
Yeah.
necromancy, so if we leave the body there, we could watch it.
I mean, yeah.
I don't
One of the people who ran out screaming from the inn might have told the guard who was like, there's people murdered in the inn. Because
Right.
as we know, as we've said, we haven't announced ourselves as magisters in there.
True.
So,
But the cult would want to know who came in and killed him, so they would try to
Yeah.
find his body and ask him questions.
so I just think either them or the city guard would have been there by now, maybe asking a few questions and wondering why someone was killed in an inn.
Probably, yeah.
Obviously, if it's the guard, then we'll be fine. But we want to find the other people, so.
Yeah.
So should we go to the inn for the night? Don't know.
I don't mind either way.
I love how we got this really nice house with like
I just
everything.
realised something.
Yeah.
What did you eat last?
A while ago. I don't know.
We can eat in the tavern. They're sure to have a stock there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
True.
if it hasn't been stolen and stuff.
Human flesh.
But I love how we've been given this really nice, one of the biggest buildings in the city, with a separate room each, with like a storage chest, servants, food, stables for the horses, and we sleep in this rundown inn that we've found. And
The adventure.
a tailor's shop.
You said medication, that's a good point. Squee may be able to do something with the opium, I guess, in some way. Or the strap, sorry.
Could be a
could-
reagent.
I
Yeah.
could.
You can reverse engineer it to find out where it comes from.
Why don't we just smoke
I mean,
it?
you could
I was
turn
going to
it
say
into
to
some
make
kind
to
of-
make people really
Call me
unhappy when they
CSI,
smoke it.
mofos.
I said you could turn it into some kind of the medicinal version or something.
I could definitely try that. What would I be able to do if I do this?
You could use it as a painkiller at some point.
Okay. That's okay.
If you get, we could say, because bandages in this aren't just like normal cloth, are they? They've got other stuff on them.
Right.
Is that right?
No, they're just
No.
bandages.
Oh, just normal cloth.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
have
the only
hands
thing I'm thinking
full.
is I don't think there's any mechanic in the game per se that would make
Yeah.
it
No.
useful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what you could say is, well, either how would you could use it as a reagent to say you get another reagent, or you could say give him an alchemy roll as a stat check, and if you exceed a certain point, then you get a couple of potions that would reduce damage by a certain amount of time.
I was thinking that you could
Or
do
something
something
like that.
like if
Or
you
temporary
use it
hit
on
points.
someone. No, I was thinking you could use it on someone, and then you could use it as almost like a temporary. Say you'd attack for some reason you got in a fight with someone, and you wanted to keep them alive to question them, but you still want to dispatch with them at the end type thing. You might be able to use it in some way to keep them alive.
You could just use opium for that, though, couldn't you?
Well, yeah. Well, that one, yes, and two, it wouldn't do anything to keep them alive.
That's true. Well, they'll be able to talk.
And 3, when does Zod ever get in a fight?
Never. Pacifist halfling.
I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of that would be somewhat close would be maybe like temporary hit points. Like I could give you this and it would give you 4 hit points back, but really it would last for like an hour and then those 4 hit points would be gone unless you get some other kind of curing or something like that.
It could be a really good method for interrogation, making them first addicted and then giving it to them only if they...
Well, yeah, if we have to
Zow,
interrogate them.
Zow.
Like, that would be a last resort thing, but it would still be viable.
Honestly, I think that Zod wouldn't want to touch this stuff because as a doctor or as a healer, he would abhor any drug that well, no, he wouldn't because he would see it's not the drug, it's the people that abuse it. Yeah, I guess he would take some. I just have no idea what he would use it for, but sure.
I don't know. Maybe it's a way to like a numbing agent to like reset bones or something.
Yeah, maybe. Here's a question. Would I need to put it in one of my vials, or would it have its own vial, or?
You put it in one of your own vials. I just had an idea though. It could give you a bonus to like first aid rolls.
Yeah. Here's a question. What's it in then? If it's not already in a vial.
Okay, it's in vials already.
They got baggies. What's it called? Strat?
Yeah.
Alright, how about I'll just do... How many are there?
Lots. Like,
Okay,
you won't be able to take it all.
I'll just do 3.
Say it gives you like a +4 or something to first aid.
Got it. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Cry. V, do you remember? Okay, how many tiny or small can fit in large for the backpack?
5.
In the large space.
Oh well, no. It's 5 for a small, and then it's in the rules.
or am I
mean those
misreading?
things
Like
you
you can still only put one. If you put a tiny item in a large, it still takes up that space.
It does,
That's
but
what I
I think
remember.
it's different for tiny because I think you can get like 5 in a small
Oh,
slot.
that's like fine.
Yeah.
No, I mean silly. Never mind.
Oh right. I forgot. Okay, yeah, right. So this isn't actually going to take up 3 slots in my backpack. It's just going to take up 1.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'll still only take 3. That seems far.
I guess we're wrapping up. One question before we go. The longsword, I actually tried to look up like specific stats and whatnot. It doesn't seem to actually have a specific longsword.
No, it's just a sword. It's just down a sword.
Sword? Is it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed. And I think V has it.
What, the really nice sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
it-
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't
So
think
it wasn't given one to everyone.
No,
it was
just one.
Oh, really? You
Mhm.
should
Yes,
have
I
made that
remember
clear.
Oh.
Okay, gonna remove that from my list.
Actually, he did. He very specifically said that he's not giving one to everyone.
Yeah, I
Just
kept
one
asking.
sword. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I completely missed that.
No, that's fine. It's fine. As cool as it would be to see Claude trying to wield the longsword with his chubby little hands.
There we go.
It's not. They're halflings. They're not freaking.
All I'm saying is your fingers look like tiny little sausages.
Know yours?
What?
No, you?
Excuse me. I could be a hand model if I wanted to be.
Okay.
A very tiny hand model. Maybe of children.
What was that?
What's that?
My dog brought me her toy. She wants to play.
Oh.
I was like, well, touche.
So, should we wrap it up there then?
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
we
but
stay at the inn for the night. Stick
Do we?
the place up.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, nothing happens again.
Well, I'll spoil that for next time. But yeah.
The cliffhanger.
Better make something happen for next time.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressure. So yeah, okay. I guess we're calling it a day then. 4 hours.
Okay.
Well done, Softer.
Okay. Thank
Jolly
you.
good.
It's a
Jolly
good
good.
span of time. It works well.
Yes, thank you. And thanks to everyone in the stream for dropping by. More people than I expected. About 10 of you altogether, I think, so that was quite nice.
Thanks for putting up with me talking so much tonight.
If you want,
okay.
viewer, if you don't mind, I'm actually thinking of streaming after this for a bit. If they want to keep watching.
Oh yeah,
after.
yeah. Feel free to
What will you be streaming?
post your.
You know
Link.
what? Stick of Truth, because I broke down
Oh.
and bought it, so now I'm gonna play it.
Alright, so there you go. Squeeze streaming soon. He will put his link in the chat.
Oh, a link. Yeah,
Yep, that. Yep.
that would be
That
good.
thing.
Yeah.
I make no promises for how long though, because I've been up for almost 24 hours.
Yeah,
so
you said you were gonna go to sleep after this.
Well, I'm not tired.
Because you woke
yet,
up
so I
at 8
assume
o'clock at
that'll
night.
happen. Oh no! Deleted link.
Oh, it's because you're not a mod.
So everyone
Oh, I'll do
type deleted link into your
I'll do
address
it.
bar.
I'll do it. There you go.
Showed up for me.
No,
There we go.
Seriously, type deleted link into your address bar. It should go straight to my.
Try it and see what it does.
Someone should do that. They should buy that site.
Yeah.
Deletedlink.com or something. I bet you it would work.
Yeah.
It probably exists.
Error404.com.
Alrighty, everyone.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. It's been good. And thanks for Airsofter for running it, and everybody for showing up, apart from Bigothy. Damn you, Bigothy. Damn you! Better be really, really important.
Bigothy, no.
Alright, bye everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Bye, people.